that I am. That's right. That I am. You do better, I do better. On the field scoreboard says victory. They cut the ball and call a switch on me. Team sports, try scoring, making history. Tell them after match, beers on me. Decoy runners, back line moves mystery. Opposition eyes fixed on me. Big boys hit the rock, hit the scrum, hits only. After match, beers on me. Cinco, swing, wing, 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 wing. Cinco, swing, wing, 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 wing.
Welcome to Sports Spotted. We are here at the Hideout on the Bluff World Cup final. Spain versus Argentina. I mean, the anticipation has been crazy. It has been one hell of a year. 4 years in the making to this one moment to crown the world champion. And you get to have our feed, our little take, our 2 cents from the Sports Spotted. And I had to come down here to the Hideout, one of our drinking halls here on the Bluff. And I've got 2 experts, because you guys do know I'm not much of a soccer, knowledgeable person. So I'm glad and I'm privileged to have 2 gentlemen that are well-versed, that are they know a lot more soccer than I do. That's good enough. And let me introduce you guys. Right here, I have Dayne Herbert. Talk to me, Dayne. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, my man. All good. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to Sports Spotted, man.
100%. Very excited for the final. It's going to be a cracker.
Let this be the first and the many times we're going to be doing the soccer expert feedback, all right? And we got Cade.
Yeah.
Welcome, Cade.
Thank you, man. I'm so happy to be here. Excited, nerves are going, but I think they'll fly just now because it's just so comfortable, man.
I mean, guys, it has been 4 years in the making. Argentina took it last time, and it was a big deal. And they get a chance to get it back to back. You know what I mean? And trust me, not a lot of people in the world are happy to see this, but to the Argentine, it's going to be a heck of a match. So we got, who you supporting here, Dayne?
So I'm going for Argentina. I think they're going to defend the crown. Not an easy thing to do. Not many countries have done that, won it back to back. So it's going to be a tough one. But I think Argentina will pull through in the end. It's going to be a very close one. I'm going for extra time win, 2-1 Argentina.
No penalties for sure.
No penalties.
All right, Kay.
I'm going for Spain. I think they got this in the bag. They can control the ball. They can control the game, the momentum, the flow, everything like that. I feel like if Argentina score first, it'll be a difficult fight to get back into. But if Spain get the first goal, they can hold it in. But I do agree with Dayne. It's going to go extra time. They're both going to be fighting for this title. It means a lot to both countries.
Okay. What makes, while we're still here on the Spain side, what makes Spain so unique and so special to get in, and the way they got into the path they got into the finals? What makes them so special? What gives them so much of the edge, if you would say?
To me, it's just there's no individuality. Not one person makes this team. The team makes the team. Each person in the team is like, they are their own superstar. So in the defense, you have the people you wouldn't consider to be doing that well if you look outside of the World Cup. But when they play for their country, they fight for their country.
They put it together.
They
There's an edge. They have an edge there.
They do.
Your take?
So I think with Argentina, it's a little bit different. I agree with what Cade said. Spain is like a well-oiled machine. They work so well as a team together. With Argentina, it's more of having those big star players, those match winners. So obviously you got Lionel Messi. He's going for that golden boot. He's going for his last World Cup to win it again. They've got guys like Enzo Fernandez, who's been scoring some screamer goals this World Cup. And I think also both teams have really good defenses. So we'll see that tonight. I mean, Lisandro Martinez at the back for Argentina, the butcher. He's brilliant. Hard man to get past. Small guy, so he gets underrated a lot, but always gets the job done.
Dynamite comes in small packages.
In soccer, this is something I think in soccer, when it comes down to soccer, there's this ability, so long as you are capable to have that control of the ball and a good endurance, because that's a lot of running, a lot of kilometers in a soccer game, and a lot of these games are getting to over over 90 minutes. You know what I mean? Endurance, and then it's not fun enough. You see the psychology of sports, and when you want it bad enough, and you don't want to get you don't want to leave it to the penalties.
Yeah.
You find people finding ways out of not
make
getting
it
to the
happen.
penalty. The urgency and the desperation of wanting to win it. And during that period, because the penalties, it's anybody. Even if it's not the best team, so long as whoever knows how to win the penalties wins the game, regardless whether you are the better team overall. You know what I mean? But let me have a take. Stories. Give me the stories of this World Cup. It has been an amazing month. There's been so many teams, so many heroes that are coming up, and guys have been discovered. And obviously the old veterans, the guys that you guys know from the leagues that are doing well. Who has which team, which nation as a nation? Because you mentioned something very, very interesting. Some players individually in their leagues don't really look that great. But when they play for the nation, they look like well-oiled machine. Who are these guys, and which nations, which guys have done this better with their nations and their team? Okay.
For me, Spain's Pedro Porro. He plays for Tottenham. Okay. And as we know, Tottenham are not the greatest English side in the league. But right now, what he's done for the Spain team is next level. He wasn't the first preferred right back, but when he came in, he showed why he belonged there. And he's now scored, I think, 2 goals for Spain, and 2 crucial goals, might I add. One against Belgium and another against England. And my goodness. And it's going to be, regardless of how this World Cup ends, this is going to be the second time now that a Tottenham player is winning the World Cup. So because Argentina also have a Tottenham player in the defense.
I need to say, let's cross that over to Dayne. Now, what does that mean for a player like him, right? Or any other player who falls under the same category? When they go back to their team, their respective league team, what happens now? Because this is a World Cup, even if they lose, this is a World Cup hero.
Yeah.
He gets back to the team. He's looking at his paycheck. He's talking to his agent. And he's like, listen, shit, I'm somebody.
How's the pay rise?
Exactly. So what exactly happens?
So that's one of the beauties of the World Cup is it's a stage where you can prove yourself. So a player like that might not go back to his old team. He might get realized by a bigger team and get that big move, So it means a lot. And I mean, another player that stood out for me, a little bit of a minnow, was the Cape Verde goalkeeper.
Yes, Vozinha. Yes, Vozinha. Yeah.
I mean, 40 years old, and what he done, I mean, I think they were the only team that Spain didn't beat. They drew 0-0 in the group stage, and that was all because of him. I think he made 7 to 8 saves in one game. So that was quite a nice, a fairy tale story sort of thing,
I've got to see some of his headlines. He's actually going to interviews in the US, all over some big shows, and having a conversation, talking about his little island of Cape Verde and how amazing. And imagine this. That's the beauty about talking about fairy tales in the World Cup, right? This is a guy whose nation, they've never been to the World Cup, right? Yeah. Never. And at the end of his life, literally of his career, and you get this one shot which seemed impossible, all of a sudden so possible, and he does it in such a way. Do you understand that long after he's gone, little kids in Cape Verde, not only they won't even want to be strikers, they want to be goalkeepers. Yeah. Can you imagine that?
And that's the beauty of football or any sport is the kids look up to you. So coming from a small country like that, doing what he done. He gives hope to all of the kids growing up there that, hey, we can do it too. If he can do it, why can't we do it,
Absolutely.
And the beauty of his story is, before he came into this World Cup, he wanted to retire from international football.
I can imagine at that age.
And his teammates said to him, come on, just one more. Just one last one. Do it for the country. We qualified. So he was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And now he's just been signed to a top club in Spain as a third-choice goalkeeper.
How's that? You know what? He can retire with a good pocket
that's
full.
That's just it, man.
And enjoy his retirement. But even though I think he's going to get a lot of shots in him, I mean, if he can still run, and this, another thing, just mention about, I love, like, overall sports. I can talk about this, like, all day. But one thing that we have noticed, the pattern of athletes these days, they're surpassing the retirement age of what it used to be probably 10, 15 years ago. I mean, I'm a mad basketball fan. Just looking at LeBron at 42, you know, putting these kids to school. You know, you're looking at Ronaldo. You're looking at Messi. You're looking at so many athletes that are really surpassing the threshold of what an athlete is supposed to be reaching their peak. And you see these amazing. So athletes now begin, if they begin to follow the playbook of these guys who are reaching 40s, early in their lives, they can actually amass a lot of money in a long period of time. You know what I mean? I don't know about the UFC. I don't know about fighting. But guys, since we're there, let's talk about the UFC.
Shout out to Drickus du Plessis.
What a man.
Brilliant, brilliant.
What a fight.
I felt like he could have got the finish there. But you know what? He still dominated the whole fight. He said what he was going to do, and he done it, you know? And that puts him straight back in the title shots again. So, let's hope he can bring the belt back to Africa again.
Yes.
Just a second, that's the beauty of cutting, so we don't go live.
That's what my big nerves were. I was like, kept forgetting. We're not going live.
Okay, Drickus win, and 25 minutes, grit out fight. And the thing about it, look at the time he took off. Firstly, that's good. You get time to recover. You get time to think about it. You watch, you must have been obsessed about coming back to this fight.
Exactly.
Like sitting there watching all these fights, watching everything and saying where he needs to improve and how he needs to improve, and coming back and putting that performance. Give me your take.
I think it was like class, in all honesty, because like with his last fight, I think it was against Strickland, no?
No, it was Khamzat Chimaev.
Yes.
Very, very boring fight.
It was very
got the job done, but very boring way to do it.
It wasn't the greatest, in all honesty. Like now, it went to decision, but the difference is this decision was unanimous. Like, he put in the work. He learned where his flaws were, and he worked on it, and he improved himself. And with that, it's just...
Yeah, so sometimes the best thing for any athlete is when you go through a loss, you actually learn more, and it helps you so much in your career, you know? That's why you'll see not just Drickus, a lot of guys, after they have a big fight and they lose, they will take a step back for quite a while, because you can realize what you need to work on, you know, and come back stronger. And that's exactly what he done. I mean, Usman is also very similar to Khamzat Chimaev with regards to the whole wrestling background. And when you saw the fight this morning, Usman tried, I think he tried about 2 or 3 takedowns, and he didn't get one. He got one, and as he got it, Drickus got straight back up. And from doing that, he forced Usman to fight his type of fight, which was standing up, and dominated him from there, which was, for me, brilliant.
And looking at who is the top guy, whose head is he going for? He should be heading for. Who should he be looking for the next fight? Because he wants to get the belt back. Yeah. That's the pay.
So I think obviously Strickland has the belt at the moment, and Drickus has beaten him twice. So he'll definitely be looking for that. But hey, maybe he also wants to get back at Khamzat Chimaev for that loss. Prove himself that he can beat him. So there's 2 options.
Do you think Strickland would give him a shot? Not now,
no.
Right? He's probably going to give him.
I feel like he's going to try and wean away from that. He's going to duck from it. He's not going to want another one.
Strickland knows Drickus is a different animal.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows, like, this guy, this Dutch guy, is made of steel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And his words can cut.
Yeah. But Drickus still has a path. I think Khamzat, he needs that fight with Khamzat.
Yeah, I would say so as well. I mean, just to prove yourself, it's the only guy he's lost to in the UFC so far. So to get that win back will feel good.
And to have a record like that as well, that's amazing.
And it probably has to be by knockout or TKO or something.
Yeah. And then after finishing him again, then he can look at that belt again. Whether Strickland will give him the shot or not, because I feel like he's going to try duck him, knowing he's lost twice already. But let's see.
Dayne is going to have to make it happen. And Dayne is always changing his mind. When he wants something, he'll make it happen. But talking about, while we're here in the mixed martial art, the UFC, we had a little brief chat, the UFC and the changes that have happened. What do you think, with so many fighting promotions going out there, right? And some are paying really well. Even Netflix getting involved in these things, you know what I mean? And you realize these guys are building their own fight. The PFL, everyone is trying something, and there's money in it. What is the ideal route for mixed martial art fighters, especially when you feel like sometimes the UFC doesn't do justice to these guys, although it is the biggest fighting promotion in the world. What do you think? What direction do you think would you give these organizations to go?
So I would say a big part of that is selling the fight before it even happens. I mean, a perfect example is Conor McGregor. Look, not my favorite fighter, but he knows how to sell a fight. And the more you sell the fight, the more people you get that want to watch. I mean, a newer example is Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy,
I mean, you can't help but love him. You can't help but love him, you know?
Yeah.
And he knows how to sell a fight. And when you can do things like that, the organization realizes it, and they pay you more to show up.
But then again, you know, some guys take that a little over the top, you know, they oversell the fight and they look like clowns. Yeah, exactly. Some guys just look like clown and then you end up underperforming. And some guys really, it's not in their nature, but because of the fight, they don't want to make it like to look like WWE.
Yeah.
You want to be genuine because you're punching really people in the face.
And
you know?
you're putting your life in the line
Exactly.
every time you step in that ring.
I mean, whose fight was it that really, the recent fight he was? Tuparia?
Yeah, it was
Justin
Gaethje.
Gaethje.
Oh my
yeah, he left his face in a mess.
Oh, my.
But I think like going off what you said, I think it's finding that balance between being confident in yourself rather than being cocky. It's a fine line, you know what I mean? But it's finding that balance for me personally.
And also not being too theatrical about it. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, be genuinely pissed off. Or, you know what I mean, if you don't have that, I don't know. Because we kind of nowadays, we can tell a guy, he's trying to sell a fight and he's a little theater into it. It's like, come on, man. Yeah?
No.
Organizations-wise, what you're saying, like, what do you think? How do this go?
I agree with Dayne.
Sell the fight.
A lot of the fighters need to sort of sell themselves a lot more, because I can tell, especially when they have the press conferences and everything like that, it's very placid. Like, people aren't as hectic as it used to be, especially in the opening days when the UFC first started. Always were at each other's necks. They were, your mom this, you know what I mean? They were getting each other worked up. And now it's just like, one guy says something and he just brushes it off. We'll see in the ring. You know, that you're not selling much, man.
Yeah, like I mean, like when you watch the EFC, the South African organization, it's a lot more exciting when you watch the weigh-ins. The guys get in each other's face, a couple pushes, you know, bouncers getting involved, pulling them apart. And that, like I said, it goes back to what I said, selling the fight, you know. It's exciting for guys to see. That's what you want to see. And I think with something like that, when you go into the fight, you can't be friends. You can't be friends. You have to put it in your mind. Hate is a strong word, but you have to put in your mind, I hate this guy, and it's either him or it's me at the end of the day. And then afterwards, once it's all done, good sportsmanship, shake each other's hand and respect. Because, I mean, it takes a lot to get into that ring. You know, I have a lot of respect for those guys. It's a scary thing to do.
I think this says a lot, especially in our environment as a rugby player. And that's the thing about rugby. A lot of the times, the guys we play against, they're our mates. We'll drink it. But trust me, when the whistle goes, or an hour before you forget your friends. You know what I mean? And it's a war. And it's literally we punch each other in those racks somewhere, and then afterwards there'll be cheers. Talking about just briefly into the rugby, the boys won the Springboks won yesterday. It was I won't even lie to you. Analyzing that, it was really stressful, but I know the guys could have done better. Just out here for the crowd, we're gonna give them a little quick score on the Nations Cup. So the Northern Hemisphere, New Zealand played Ireland and they won 40-21. So right now the Southern Hemisphere is looking good. Japan against France, they lost it 42-15. So Japan take it on. Japan are coming up pretty well. They've been doing well. If you notice, a lot of South African players, they get a shot, they got to get paid, get their money, get the pocket, and then get back to South Africa. And then Australia got a beautiful victory, 57-10. Shout out to Australia. Southern Hemisphere taking again that one. Fiji went down, so it went even, 17-33 to Scotland, and Scotland gave us hell last week. They gave us a scare, although. And then South Africa, the 43-0 against Wales. Dominant performance. And this is the part about everyone just talking on the social. It's like, listen, South Africa put a third team and still beat Wales by 0.
Yeah.
And that performance was under our standard, and we still got 42. And Argentina just losing there to Argentina and England. I know that semi-finals, Argentina and England. This is the way England could avenge that loss.
Yeah.
So they won against Argentina 31-24. Guys, tell me now, let's get back to the soccer. Apart from the top two nations that are going to the finals, all right, which nation you felt like could have gone to that final that just didn't make it, or could have made it? I think a couple of mistakes, couple of calls. And by the way, there's been some controversial calls out there. Please point out which point really got to you, each one of you guys, in regards to the call.
I feel like we might be the same on the who should have been in the finals.
Okay.
For me, it's France.
France.
They have a wonder team. They were considered the Avengers when it came to this World Cup. They had the striking force. They had the midfield. They had the defense. Even Marc Magnan, what a goalkeeper, man.
Yeah.
But they just could not hold it out against. It was Argentina.
No.
France played
Spain.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Spain,
They couldn't make
yeah.
anything out of it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And that gave me big disappointments because I really put my life on the line for France to win that game.
Dayne, apart from France, who else you felt like maybe they got hard done that could have? They had the gift, they had the talents, that just didn't turn on the day. You know, sometimes soccer is on the day if not everyone is on the same page.
So for me, a little bit of a surprise, but it would have been an African team, Morocco. Morocco, great team, and similar to Spain, they don't have any outstanding players that are, household names, but together as a team, they seem to always put on a good show. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the last World Cup, they made the semi-finals. Yeah, and they've only got better from then. Their loss that they had when they got knocked out, they were on a 34-match unbeaten streak. 34 matches. That's insane. So yeah, and I think for them, shame, they met up with France early on, and Mbappe and the crew just outdone them. And I mean, another player from France that deserves a shout out is Barcola as well. He's impressed me very, very much. I mean, when he started, he wasn't in the starting lineups at the beginning. Desiree Doué plays the same position as him. Great player from PSG. But Barcola slowly made his name, and that's why he got a start in the semi-final. And even in the third and fourth place playoff, he scored a beautiful goal against England last time. Yeah.
See, now these names, I wouldn't have known these names. I won't even lie to you.
Barcola needs to come to Man United.
Come to Liverpool.
Let's go. Let's debate that. Why should he go to Man United, and why Liverpool? What is it about your teams, that your respective teams, league teams, that has or needs a player like that?
So with United, at the moment, it all depends on what happens with Rashford, because that's been a saga for a long time of whether he's going to stay, whether he's not going to stay. He was supposed to go to Barcelona. He was on there on loan. I feel like they did him a little bit dirty.
Signing Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, because they ended up signing Anthony Gordon in that same position for, I think it was, 80-something million?
80 more.
Whereas Rashford was available for 20-something. Yeah, so I did feel for him. So if Rashford stays at United, look, we don't have the funds to buy someone in that position, because we have. But if he does move on, I think Barcola would fit us very, very well. I mean, we're back in the Champions League. We've got our new manager, Michael Carrick, who knows the club. He knows he knows everything about United. He's die-hard. He played his whole career there. So I think under a manager like that, he can thrive. Not just him, but all the players.
And yours?
With me, like, we've been struggling with the left winger since we sold Luis Diaz. So, and to me, that was the most ridiculous sell we could have ever done in our lives.
Bad.
Because as soon as he left, he shone at Bayern Munich. And I was like, why did we do this? Just to stay with Gakpo, who has been underperforming. So I feel like we need to get rid of Gakpo. We've lost Salah, so we need Barcola. And he has been linked with Liverpool a few times, even from last season as well. But I don't know, he's just got this talent to him that no matter whether he's on the ball, off the ball, he finds those positions and he can get into those tight spaces. And that's something Liverpool need, is a winger that can get into those angles and get into that attack and make an attacking threat. He has made the most beautiful assists I think I've ever seen, and has also scored some banger goals. So
Fantastic.
I think he is just a Liverpool star through and through.
I hope for both of your teams, you guys made some good decisions. Are they off season or though?
We going into preseason
Pre-season.
friendlies now at the moment, but I think we come back in August. I think
it's late August, the 22nd,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so now we're doing pre-friendlies in Spain and all of that.
Great stuff. Now, this is the sad part. How do we say goodbye to the Ronaldos, World Cup wise, to the Ronaldos and to the Neymars of the world, how do we say goodbye to these guys? Like, I mean, it's pretty hard. You understand, like, the world has seen these guys since they were young, and the journey's over. I mean, I wouldn't lie to you.
Ronaldo, he as soon as he got knocked out from the World Cup, he stated that he is not retiring from international football. He said he's going to play the Euros. He's going to keep going as long as the manager allows him to go. But like, I don't know. I'm a diehard Ronaldo fan. I love him to bits.
Can you make it?
He's the only player to score in 6 different World Cups. So to me, that is an amazing stat. It just goes to show you, even from his young age to now, he was always considered a first-choice player for Portugal. And Portugal have always shone. Even though they haven't had the greatest players, they have still done the most, like trying to support him. This World Cup, especially in the beginning, they did not try to help him at all. It was just superstars trying to get the point and get ahead. Whereas the difference with Argentina and Portugal is, like I said, Argentina will die for Messi. Those players will put their body and lives on the line to make sure that Messi gets his 2nd World Cup and he retires an Argentinian legend above Diego Maradona. And that's what I consider beautiful. That is a story in itself. Whereas with Portugal, Ronaldo, he's trying to do it on his own, man. You got Bruno Fernandes. He's not really assisting. Like in the beginning, he was struggling to find him. And then after a few games, they started gaining that momentum and that rhythm. And I think it might have a lot to do with the manager of Portugal. So it is what it is. But it's a hard thing to see such legends of the game just saying, cheers, my time is up.
And your take, Dayne, on Neymar?
Yeah, Neymar, shame, man. He's
a
great player. He had so much potential, you know, when he was younger. But injuries he battled with a lot. And yeah, it's going to be sad to see him go. I mean, a lot of the Brazilian players, they all look up to Neymar as an idol, you know. I mean, from a Man United supporter's perspective, we just signed a Brazilian from Chelsea, Andre Santos. And I watched his interview, and he mentioned his idol growing up was Neymar, you know. So it's going to be tough. But like, I don't think Ronaldo will make another World Cup, but you never know. I mean, like, Messi's a perfect example of, as you get older, it's not about working hard. Sometimes it's about working smart. And it goes back to what we talked about last night. I mean, at 39 years old, he's 2nd top scorer. If he scores a hat-trick tonight, he'll be the top scorer. He'll get the golden boot. So let's see, that'll be interesting. But like with Messi, he's covered the least amount of distance than any player in the World Cup. But yet he's still scored the goals. And it just shows that experience. Know when to sit back, conserve your energy, and know when the right time is to run and get the finish and win it for your team.
Absolutely, guys. That's our introduction. And first, we're going to go into the World Cup. We are almost 35 or 36 minutes before the kickoff. So this is our intro, our start, and we'll get back at halftime, give you guys a report on the World Cup final, Spain against Argentina. I haven't picked a side yet.
Come to my side, we got cookies.
Spain.
Yes. Oh, so I'm on my own here now.
Ya tú sabes.
Okay, that's fine.
We got to Spain. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
We'll get back at halftime.
Thanks, man.
Sure.
Castle to win 4-0 against Hansa. No. Spain to win 2-0, but Messi to lift the trophy.
Okay, my score prediction comes a little bit of a tale. I was hate watching Argentina during the England game, and then England messed up, right? But Messi had a great 30 minutes, and then I'm watching greatness. So my prediction tonight is honestly 3-2 Argentina.
I think Spain. Yeah, Spain. Yamin Lamar.
Argentina. Of course, Messi and Martinez, McAllister. Score 3-2.
Spain.
How many?
Say 2-5. It's going to be definitely 2-1 in Spain's favor. I'm backing my man, my Spain man.
Sabes.
You were wishing you healing while you wishing me hell. How you they talk, no see my struggle. I they keep fighting you through struggle. Are you a friend to me or trouble? Why you they cheat my failures double? Are you that enemy? Trouble. Celebrating to see me struggle. Start, risk, life no.
I got a feeling like Spain's got the upper hand on this first half. Am I wrong? Please tell me if I'm wrong.
Nah, you 100% correct. Like I said, Spain are controlling this game without a doubt. They have the ball. When they don't have the ball, they're still locking up the Argentinian players. This game is being played in the midfield, and Spain are just showing how much better their midfielders are. And plus, Spain's best midfielder is sitting on the bench. So it just goes to show how this manager's tactics and everything are just working in their favor. And it's amazing to see. On the left, Julian Alvarez is getting locked up by Cucurella. On the right, nobody can get past Pedro Porro. Like, it's an amazing thing to witness. It's just Spain aren't that clinical at the moment.
That's why I got you guys here, because I didn't understand like what you just said. Guys are getting locked up. I'm like, wait, where did you see that? Is it the same? I'm like, shit. That's when you know you have eyes for soccer. Yes. Dayne.
Yeah, I know. So I agree a lot with Cade. The left back and the right backs of Spain have done an amazing job. But I think also in the center of the park is where Argentina are getting dominated. It's almost like Spain have an extra man in the center of the field at the moment, which is a big problem. That's your engine. That's where the game runs off of. Lamine Yamal's showed some signs of what he can do, so look out for him. Dani Olmo, as always, so creative, doing brilliant. And I haven't seen much of Messi.
Hey!
Been very, very quiet. But at the end of the day in football, it's all about the score. Yeah. It's still 0-0. So let's see. I'm interested to see what the Argentina coach does to change it up. Let's see what tactics he comes, because he needs to do something, otherwise
he has to do something.
Things are going to go wrong. Spain's dominated the possession. And I think also for Argentina, they lost a big player there getting injured. Alessandro Martinez in the defense. Lost him through injury. That's a big loss. So
Is that sub that happened later on?
Yeah,
Okay.
my Man United man.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Now, I need to say something. I analyze a lot of sports and sometimes. And I notice this hydration break of this. Is this a new invention? Is this a new American invention? Because, come on now. Soccer has been played for 45 minutes for many, many years. We never needed a hydration break. And
regardless of the climate or the situation, nobody cared.
Was there a hydration break in the Qatar World Cup?
No.
Which is funny, because Qatar is way more hotter than America.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, Middle East.
There's been a lot of changes in this American World Cup that are weird. Like even the ball being chipped. Yeah, the ball is chipped now. So there's
to
a
get
chip
a sense,
in the ball.
they need a...
And I've noticed that the ball moves differently, especially when the guys. That's why we've seen so many goals from outside the box. Yeah,
so the ball will swing.
The goalkeepers are battling with that. So, yeah, there's been a few changes. Most of them not good. I don't like most of it. There's a couple that have been like I mean, the 5-second throw-in.
Yeah.
That's been cool because it keeps
I've
the game.
enjoyed that as well. Keeps the momentum going.
Okay, that's good.
Time.
Is this something that FIFA has added like through? Is this something that's going on in the leagues as well, in the Premier League?
No, they've just introduced it now.
So you think that's gonna continue on?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so.
Because a lot of the teams, especially in the Premier League, they abuse the corners and the throw-ins, and they use it to build up time and buy time and everything like that. So for FIFA to introduce this now to the World Cup, where if you take longer than a specific time, like 5 seconds, the throw-in gets awarded to the other team. When you're substituting a player, they have 15 seconds to get onto the field. Otherwise, the player has to wait 2 minutes to get back onto the field. So I'm loving these sort of things, these little changes. It's amazing.
It's the same as like even another rule now that they have is the players often cover their mouths when they speak to the opposition. And you know, racism is a big thing in sports at the moment, especially in soccer. And now if you cover your mouth and you speak to an opponent, it's a straight red card.
Yeah, you get sent off the field.
Wow.
Which is good for me.
I agree.
So there are some very positive changes in the last couple of months. And imagine, and this is such a weird thing, that soccer, one of the oldest sports in the world, has taken so long to adapt. Because I think the old fraternity of soccer never wanted to change so fast. Because if you look about the American sports, they're very quick to change. Like NFL, they literally change everything all the time. Rugby is changing every season. The rules are changing all the time, either for safety or more open game or faster game. And you're only seeing soccer being forced. They're twisting their hands to move forward. Like, yo, hurry the game up. And then you get these hydration rules. You're just like, no, let's slow the game down. Because if you notice, I'm sorry, this is such an American thing. The American NFL, what they do, they have these little breaks in between the game. It's commercial break. It's actually for commercial. And in the middle of the game, in the middle of the play, they're like, no, because it's about pumping money.
100%. And now with this FIFA World Cup tournament, it's estimated that they won't say FIFA themselves, but the organization has earned over $1 billion just in marketing at the moment with these hydration breaks.
You see? That's
So
exactly
it's
I was confused. I'm sorry. I haven't picked up on the whole World Cup. I'm like, is it halftime? But it was like 20 minutes just now.
I saw your face.
Wait, I wasn't ready.
no. It's been a strange thing to introduce as well, and it's a funny thing as well because throughout the whole World Cup, you can tell even the fans in the stadiums do not like the hydration break. When it first came in, when they first started it, all you heard was boos from the crowd. Everyone was booing the fact that a hydration break came on.
And it also it kills the momentum. So like in sport, in any sport, when one side's got the momentum, something like that it just kills it all.
I'll tell you where I've seen this happen, like on basketball, right? So as the certain team begins to get rhythm, they start shooting threes and they dunk it and they get momentum, and then the coach calls time. Because he's trying to kill your momentum.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you actually kill your adrenaline, you're flowing, you get in the zone, and you call like a hydration break. Like, hydration what? Like now you kill, now you start all over again, you have this break. So I don't think this should stick to soccer. I think this is something like, okay, you tried it, yeah, but let's just stick to what we like and the good rules. Like you guys mentioned, the 5-second rules, get going. And also, how about when the players are down and injured? How long, or what's the situation? Is that still the same?
So it depends on the injury, but if it's a concussion sort of injury, they'll tend to him. But if it's a small, like a leg injury and they're down for like more than 2 minutes, the ref will tell them go to the side.
Okay.
So that they can keep the momentum of the game going.
No substitution that time.
If you feel like you want to make the sub, make it now.
No reversals
Otherwise,
after that.
you're a man down. He's getting tended to on the corner of the pitch, and then that's that.
And then also that player can't come on straight away. There's a minute where. So it's your detriment because then you one player down for a minute, which can make a big difference. Yeah.
And anything can happen in a
minute.
I'm just looking at the stats here
Give
now.
us the stats.
And Spain have obviously dominated the possession.
3 attempts on goal.
3 attempts at goal to Argentina's 0. So not even one attempt at goal, which shows the Spanish
And then
defense.
2 of them are on target. 0.16 xG. That's amazing.
Corners, 2 corners. So that shows a lot of possession on the other side.
322 passes completed from Spain compared to 157 on Argentina.
So it shows us how good Spain's defense has been. And
look
again,
at
that goes back to what we were saying with the right back and the left back doing so well.
Look at that ball recovery time. 17 seconds it takes for Spain to get the ball back. And then Argentina's 23.
Big difference.
And those little seconds make a big difference, a very big difference. And that just goes to show you how much Argentina are kind of struggling when it comes to trying to keep the ball and make a move and get it into the right place, because Spain are just so well placed and their formation is just so clinical.
But isn't it something that has been, as we've known, the Spanish or Barcelona, if you notice, the possession of the ball, they've always emphasized on keeping the ball, even in the juniors. If you watch the academy, little kids, keeping the possession, the simple passes, and it goes all the way through to the seniors, and you begin to see games like that. And I was going to ask as well, does it affect the possession of the ball, right? Do you think the tournament itself, has it taken a toll on some of these players? I know that scientifically they have now recovery methods that are working a lot better now, but do you think coming onto the finals, some of these guys are really just out of it and drained and exhausted? Or do you think, obviously with the professionalism, the race recovery, food, and all of that, the turnaround time, what's the turnaround time in these games that has been? 2 days, 3 days?
I think it doesn't affect the guys much because you have to prepare for it, so you have to be fit, and these guys train to do that. The turnaround between each game, I would say on average, what, about 5 days?
5 days?
About 5 days turnaround. Whereas like if you're watching Premier League and stuff like that, during that season, if you're playing Champions League football as well, you're playing 2 games a week.
Sometimes
So
even
your turnaround's 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
So it's
Those guys will be a lot more exhausted, but also fitter, but also more prone to injuries.
100%.
Exactly.
And also, I'm finding the one thing when I came into this World Cup, I never really paid attention to, but it makes sense. The altitude is also playing a big factor in this game.
That's a good thing to bring up, yeah.
The altitude is really like a lot of people are not used to because majority of the players come from the European side, and they are not used to this climate or the altitude level. So
And they're going up from Mexico to the US
yeah,
and Canada.
and Canada,
And
yes.
Canada.
Yeah.
So going up and down in these games, I mean, it must have a bit of
It's a big toll.
Yeah. But hey, man, they're athletes. That's why they get the big bucks.
Yeah, that's what
You get the big bucks so we can watch you suffer. and score
100%.
goals.
It was still a very interesting first half. I feel like it has been a good game, even though we haven't seen any goals. It's been a good game. Shout out to both goalkeepers as well. They've done quite a good job from what I've seen. I mean, it was who's Spain's goalkeeper?
Unai
The
Simon.
way he read that one.
Yeah, Unai Simon.
That was brilliant.
Oh,
the way
yes,
he read
yes,
that.
that-
Came all the way out
all the
and
way,
read
yeah,
that. Because you're taking chances when you do that. If you get it wrong, goal time.
And also, all right, just a little bit of side note there, side track. Which celebrity did you see in there on the cutaways that really like made it feel cool or you when you watch it there?
For me, it has to be Will Ferrell,
Will Ferrell.
a.k.a. Ron Burgundy.
Yes.
Can't get better than him. Can't get better than him.
Classic. Who did you see?
I saw Will Ferrell. I saw Matt Damon. There was Trevor
Matt
Noah.
Damon, yeah, Trevor.
There was
Oh, that was
Pharrell
cool to see
Williams
Trevor.
as well.
Pharrell, yeah.
I know you're a basketball man. I saw Wemby there as well.
Yes.
You gotta get the alien.
Yeah,
You gotta get the alien,
100%,
bro. Come on.
So it's been interesting to see how football is now become, because it's in the US, how many people are actually starting to sort of pay attention to it. And I mean, even Will Ferrell, he has shares in a football club. Yeah.
Okay.
In one of the MLS leagues, I think it's the Los Angeles Angels or something like that.
Yeah. Because the Miami is the Beckham one that he has. Yeah.
Into Miami. Yeah.
Into Miami. Yeah.
I think that's who Messi's playing for now.
Yeah, he
as well,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can see it as well with even watching the American team in the World Cup. They played some lovely football.
And
They played really good football.
And you can see the European influence into the game.
Yes.
So getting the guys in there, if you want to love this game, get the best to show you how this game is played. And talking about Wemby, by the way, European basketball player dominating, by the way, in the NBA. The European players are dominating the NBA. Imagine that. Not just soccer. You got Antetokounmpo, you got all the Europeans are dominating in the last 6 to 7 years. And Wemby is a good soccer player, by the way. He loves soccer.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Genuine. Yeah, he's a French boy. It's in the blood.
I loved watching those NBA finals. That was brilliant. And at the end of the day, that was Jalen Brunson was the difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen his story there? And this kid, like, and he's short, you know, for
You
basketball.
can tell he comes from street ball.
From street ball. And his dad just pushed him. And he's like, you can see one of those, his dad pushed him in the basketball court. And he's almost crying, doing drills. He's like, do it, get there, get back.
Very humble player.
Very humble player. And now, look at him. And you know, in the NBA, it's not easy, a small guy. He's a small guy for NBA standards. For our standards, this guy is tall. Come on. He is an above average guy for our standards. But in the NBA, talking about Wembanama the alien, getting to the first NBA finals. A young guy from France, loves playing football, loves playing soccer, curves the ball, amazing soccer player, and then goes, his height gives him an opportunity to become one of the world's best basketball player coming out of Europe. And
That's
Europe
beautiful.
has been dominated.
That's
And he's still got so much time left. He's just going to get better and better.
That's beautiful to
this
see.
dude is like
man.
on his 3rd year, man. And I've been following his story, like from the draft, from his 16-year-old, 15-year-old guy playing in Nantes in France. But that shows how soccer is so big. If he wasn't tall, he probably would have been playing soccer.
100%, yeah.
It's literally the moment he's like, you basketball shift, ball skills, soccer short.
We've seen some very tall soccer players.
Yeah.
Throughout the years. Peter Crouch.
I was just thinking, as you mentioned, he was a tank.
That guy, I used to think, like, every time I see a tall guy, I was like, fuck, why didn't this guy get into the NBA? Man? what a waste of height.
I should have tried it as well.
Yeah, this was lanky,
It's
man.
like any tall guy that I see, I'm like, dude, what a waste. Do you know what I would have done with that height? I'm like, you know what I mean? And, oh, by the way, talking about height, and there's a New Zealand rugby, he used to play rugby, Adams. He's been playing for OKC, and he went on. He's now playing, I'm not sure who he's playing for, rugby player from New Zealand, humble guy, Adams. Big guy, tall guy, played lock, played rugby. Next thing, NBA. He's like one of these enforcer, big guy, tall, humble, typical New Zealander, quiet, chilled guy, Maori, but he dominates. But no one fucks with him in the NBA. You know NBA arrogant players. And this guy, he's just quiet, but he's just rugby tough. So it humbles the NBA players. It's like, no, you are.
And you love to see that,
Yeah,
man.
you talk, but when you come across a rugby player, you're like,
This
chill.
is my,
On the subject, shout out to even Sophie Cunningham. She's making people want to watch the WNBA now
Exactly.
with all of her antics. And all. I thought she was the ring girl at the UFC as well. So she's like doing it all. She's got such a charisma about her. Yeah.
That's the thing that we're starting to see now. It's a little crossover where sports and publicity and just crossing over from one sport to another because you want the followers. Look at that Fozia story.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of followers. You
He
talk
came
Tom Brady.
from the first game.
You get what I mean? Tom Brady, legend. Everyone calls him the GOAT. You know, his amount of followers is like, what is it, like 12 million or something, or even less. Fozia comes in and gets 40 or something, and they're like, listen, soccer is a whole different beast.
It is.
You're talking about football, like
You
American
got
football.
nations backing you,
Yeah,
man.
and Americans are so as like, yo, our games, you know, we got all this, and then this nobody from a small little island comes in and gets millions out.
Everyone's talking
Everyone
about
was
it.
like, oh, so Americans only understand numbers. When they realize, like, what the, who the, and it's like, okay, soccer is bigger.
Yeah.
Shut
And
your mouth.
I'm highly grateful that it's being seen
Yeah.
because what a beautiful sport, man.
Yeah,
I love,
man, absolutely.
I love the sport so much.
And Yamal, do you think he's
Hey.
gonna get one?
I think
Across-
he's been itching.
Yeah.
He's been itching, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's just the pressure, but he's been like struggling to be clinical. Like the shots he took at the goals, it deflected and it kind of made Martinez, the goalkeeper, go in a certain direction. And with that, like he almost missed the shot, but at the same time, it looked like it came off his foot wrong.
But do you know that the nervousness is a World Cup final, and you know that's probably something you wouldn't have missed if it was at home in Barcelona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to mention is a lot of people have been surprised how he's battled in this World Cup. Not battled, but for how he's played for Barcelona. I haven't been too surprised because he's still young. You
He's
know,
still
it's his
young,
first
yeah.
time on the big stage.
It's gonna be another World Cup maybe.
And
I
at
was-
the same time, he can produce a thing of magic like this. So don't be surprised if he does get a goal. Yeah, I wouldn't be.
And I was talking to my guys downstairs. I said to them, as much as Yamin Lamal is the star, I have to give credit to Kurobasi. He's a centre back. Him and Lamine Yamal grew up in the academy together. They both 19 years old, and now they're both in their World Cup debut
This
in the
looks-
finals. It's a beautiful story, man.
And this looks good for the Spanish team for the many years to come, right?
Like I said,
Very good. Very
Four
good.
years,
Spain for the
4
win.
years again, we come back, we do this
Yes.
shit again.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, let's get into the second half.
Can't wait.
0-0. I'm hoping Yamal gives a crossover there. And,
Oyarzabal, he's gonna hit
Let's
that
see,
in.
Yamal or Messi. Let's see who's going to do it.
Let's get it.
The
All right.
successor or the legend.
The legend. All right. Guys, let's see it. Second half. Let's kick it on.
Let's get it.
10,000 hours ain't easy. 10,000 hours ain't easy. Now put in the work, work, work. When they count you down and out, you put in the work, put in the work, work, work. Find your purpose, find your aim. Put in the work, work smart, work hard. Put in the work, work smart, work hard. Put in the work. Find your purpose, find your aim.
officially done with the World Cup. A king has been crowned. A team has won, and it has been Spain victorious after 120 minutes. We've been here for over 2 hours. Watching a soccer game. I didn't know. You know, that's the thing I love about rugby. We know exactly when it's going to start, when it's going to end.
Yeah.
Soccer, you just never know. I thought we might even end up going to penalties. That's another. But my goodness, oh man, what a game. Guys, not the result Dayne wanted to see. But, Dayne, we need to be realistic. This game, there's so much dominance, possession of the ball. It just didn't look like Argentina were threatening the goals. There was a point like 20 attempted goals and 0 from Argentina. I was like, come on now, it's not even close.
Yeah, you're like trying to kick a dog while it's down.
Exactly. I'm like, come on, put up a fight. Show us how you got to the finals. And, you know, in the end, you're trying few things, but nobody looked threatening at all. You know, Nico Williams comes in, makes some movements. He can make some movements here on the wing. You know, and how's that assistant?
Yeah.
He keeps the ball alive. Go. You know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. Firstly, Argentina and the red card.
Yeah.
Was it a fair red card?
Definitely a red card, definitely. So it was 2 yellows, 100% red card. No arguments about that.
But Enzo was stupid. The first yellow card he got was for swearing the referee.
Oh, shit.
So he was very reckless on that behalf.
He was.
And then knowing you're on a yellow card, you make a challenge like that. His studs were up. Definite red card.
And the way the guy just flipped in the air and he landed, it was never looking good for him.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. It's about discipline, because now you let your team play with one man short for the rest of the game.
And the thing is, Enzo Fernandez, he is Argentina's midfield engine. So without him, it was looking bad. And as well, even if they went to penalties, he's also a very good penalty taker. So for them to go down a man, and not just any man, a crucial man for the Argentina team, that was
oh man.
And they were battling already the whole game. Like you said, Spain were dominating. So to go a man down, there was only one thing that was going to happen. I said half an hour was going to be a long time. Can't hold out. And yeah, respect to Spain. They deserve it. They've outplayed everybody. I mean, France were my favorites from the beginning of the World Cup. They outplayed France. They outplayed Argentina.
Yeah.
They deserve it. Big ups to Spain.
Well
Big
done
ups to Spain.
Oh, man. And these guys, are 18, the couple of 18, 19-year-old boys.
Yeah, Lamine Yamal, 19
And these
years
guys
old.
are going to be playing for a couple of years from now.
Exactly. So Spain, they've really solidified their squad when it comes to youth and talent in itself. I'm just like so happy. Football has been saved.
And I mean, even like looking forward to the Euros.
Yes.
Because it's such a young team, it's going to pretty much be the same team going into the Euros.
When is the Euros?
2028.
2 years from now.
And like another thing you could see in the game was Spain's bench is so strong. They could just bring on player after player. I mean, Ferran Torres, who scored the winning goal, came on off the bench. Barcelona player.
And it just looks so dominant. And the disallowed goal. Let's go to the disallowed goals. Yeah.
Which one?
Okay, let's go to the first. Let's go to the first disallowed goal. What did we see on that first disallowed goal? I know the foul where the player dropped, the Argentine player drops.
That was not a foul in my opinion. The player turned his shoulder. Argentina's defender was already one leg up. He felt a little elbow, so he was like, let me just dive and let me milk the situation.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was no foul. That should have been a goal.
Should have been a goal, eh? Agree?
Yeah, no complaints. The referee actually had a brilliant game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, every call was right. I can't put any fault in him. He done brilliantly. There's no arguments. It was fair and square. Spain got it. 2026 champions. And also a shout out to Spain's manager, brilliant manager. De La Fuente. He knows when to make the right subs, the right guys to bring on, and it showed.
I didn't know like much of the subs or the names, but it seems like the guys they brought on were making an impact.
Yeah.
because they literally didn't. They didn't lower the intensity. They almost
just kept
on
pressing.
going.
They kept
The
going.
possession kept on coming. The ideas kept on rolling, and we're like just waiting for the moment they were gonna explode. They're just, you know what I mean? And they did happen. Unfortunately, disallowed goals here. And the offside goal, let's call it. What was that?
That was not offside. Because even if when VAR, when they decided to show the opinion, if I saw correctly, which I feel like I did, they showed the Spain's player, his shoulder was out, but when you look back at the Argentina player, because you're so fixated on the Spain guy,
player, yeah.
the Argentina's player was also arm out of the offside. So I feel like they try to like rule it a little bit in Argentina's favor.
Dane, is there something in regards to VAR like calling these? I mean, like in the rugby, you know, if there's a hate collision or there's something like that, they're like, yo, TMO, we call the TMO. Is there not allowed in soccer yet, or what's your take? What do you think about, especially in situations like this? The ref can get some assistance and some help. I'm like, listen, I made a call, but I'm not 100%. Let me call for an assistant to double check on me, just so we can all be in the same page. You know, because when you rule that, look, it's not a goal completely, and then we play the slow-mo, we're like, hey, hold up.
Maybe, yeah.
Soccer, we know soccer is they drag their feet when it comes down to technology. I know we're trying to keep it the old way. What do you think? What's like, you know?
So that's what irritates me about football is they seem to have still not got it right. There's still a few dubious calls. I mean, you look at other sport like what you brought up, cricket as well. Cricket as well, when they have their, like similar to a VAR, it's always right. There's never any to be football for some reason. So they need to look at it, need to work on it, and they need to get it right.
Yeah, no, genuinely.
Because there's a lot of mistakes that happen.
Well, one thing I was very upset about when it came to this final was I don't think we saw much of VAR here.
Yeah.
But compared to other games, VAR was there. They were very, like, fortunate in many matches. Like, they played a very crucial role. If the ref was unsure, he went to the assistant coaches. And
So they do call it.
they do.
Yeah.
So if there's something happening and he needs some assistance, it's not sure.
So
they do call it in the middle of the game.
Yeah, so it's like there's only certain aspects though. You can't call it for everything. So it's like penalties. A new one in the World Cup was corners, like red cards and that, but not everything. Not everything, which I feel is also another mistake. I mean, if you've got the guys to help you, use it all the time.
But if it is a goal, I feel like a goal is something you would want to go back to a VAR
And make sure it stands.
Like, you know what I mean? That is as good as, you know, when a handball, you know what I mean, an opportunity, a goal is the ultimate thing. So I would presume like, yo, listen, I'm not sure about this goal.
I can even go back to a moment. It was Argentina and Egypt. Egypt had they had won the ball from their half, from their goal, and they counter-attacked all the way down, scored a goal. VAR went back 110 yards to find a foul and disallowed the goal. So if you're able to put it in, you should be able to sort of look at that and be like, listen, is this right, is it not?
Because, I don't know, because I think we're so passionate about this soccer that we're not going to drop numbers. I think FIFA knows.
Yeah.
They got us by the balls.
Yeah, they do.
They got us our money, they got us our tickets. They're like, fuck you, whatever you like. We are going to do what we want to do. When you can cry, but it'll take a couple of years until we actually listen. You know what I mean? Because they got us. Like, come on. Do you know how long they've dragged on to do things, drag their feet, because they know those risky calls may be too accurate. If you make the game too accurate, you might just mess up their hustle.
Exactly,
That's what it feels
100%.
like.
100%.
You know, because that's what it seems like. How do you go back from that? And then there's a goal that you literally is right
You
there.
can, yeah, with your own eyes.
You know what I mean? You want to be right. And
Look
the
at
problem is
that.
sometimes-
Look at that.
What are the stats? Give us the stats, yeah.
20 attempts at goal for Spain, 2 for Argentina, 12 on target, 0 for Argentina, 1.72 XG for Spain, 0.09 for Argentina, 9 corners for Spain, 4 for Argentina, 858 total passes as opposed to Argentina's 456. 774 of those passes are completed and 357 for Argentina. Ball recovery time for Spain, 10 seconds.
Damn.
Argentina, 13.
Look, this game was very one-sided.
It very much was.
It's just that the scoreboard doesn't look like it.
But
It could have looked like it.
I will give my props to Argentina. They defended very well. Martinez, the goalkeeper, he had an amazing game. He had some outlandish saves. He really did the most, and this was an amazing game to watch, honestly.
Fantastic. I'm so glad I got to share this World Cup final with you guys. Expert. I couldn't have asked for better take than honestly. Like, I've learned so much just having a chat with you guys and how much you guys know about the game, how much you guys how much it makes me appreciate football a bit more than I'm accustomed to, which means I want to do this shit for more. We want to do some more pods when it comes down, whether it's if the Euros are coming up. When the Euros come, we got to do one.
Yeah.
We got when UEFA.
AFCON as well.
AFCON, UEFA,
Premier
League. Let's get those finals.
Champions
FA
League.
Cups, is it still right?
FA Cup.
If you need us, we're there. We will be here.
No, thank you so much for having us.
It's been such an amazing experience, man. Honestly, thank you so much.
I was so
man.
nervous before it started.
Yeah.
But once it's here with you, it's just so cool.
You just made it so comfortable,
Yeah, no.
brother.
But that's
Thank
the
you.
thing, like podcast is a conversation, bro. It's just we chilling, we having a convo, we talking about opinion, our takes. We get to chop it up, put it online. Folks love it, don't love it, whatever. We get to share a moment in our lives that our kids one day are gonna look at us. Hey, Daddy, I saw you talking shit. I saw you talking shit in 2026 World Cup finals. Like, you look so young. Look at your old asses. Like, yeah. So we get to memorize. That's the reason I started doing videography and film. I remember this is like that said, if you don't capture those moments, you know what I mean, you'll be gone. Like some moments, if you capture it, they'll be there forever. So you can always show it. So these are the moments we're actually sharing a World Cup final 2026. Watching, like you said, soccer has been saved because let's be realistic. This World Cup, Argentina has been the villain of the World Cup. And I think it gives for us videographers a good storyline. Like there's a storyline that is the villains in FIFA trying to coerce this score, this game, and then there's Spain who's really hustling, and remember they tied against Cape Verde. So there's a moment people like Spain don't have it.
Yeah.
And here they are, world champions.
And what I love most about Spain and the way they line up, and especially their manager, throughout this whole tournament, especially now after this game, Spain have only conceded one goal.
Oh.
And that was against Belgium.
The whole tournament.
The whole tournament.
Did not know that.
They have only conceded one goal.
Oh, wow.
And when you watch them, it's just, like I said earlier, it's a well-oiled machine. They all know what they're going to do. They all know what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to be at the right times. It's beautiful to watch.
I did not know that. That is an interesting fact.
And the beauty for me is the first World Cup I ever watched was 2010. Spain won it. Here we are.
Oh, yes.
My first podcast, Spain won it. Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Hey, absolutely. You see, it's a universe, man. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it for having you guys over. And we're going, of course, we're going to do this again. Guys, shouting out, I'm gonna shout this into this camera, but we're going to wrap it up here since we're all in frame here. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to the Sports Spotted. Shout out for my guests to be out here, Cade and Dayne. And World Cup final 2026. Spain wins it against Argentina. What an amazing day. For you guys, do like, subscribe, share. Leave your comments, man. Let us know how the guys did in their football knowledge.
Please do, thank you.
Give us some feedback.
Give us some feedback. Shout out to anybody, guys. Shout out to who? Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Just my mom. I love her to bits. She's over in the UK. I know she's watching. I'm going to share the link.
You're going to share? We share the link. Family.
My girlfriend Amy, shout out to her, and of course my dad. I wouldn't have known any of the knowledge I know if it wasn't for him. So shout out to the two of them.
Shout out to you guys for viewing us and subscribe, guys. But not only shout out to the Hideout for showing up. I appreciate hosting us.
Always a good time.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a football
watch a football match in an environment where it's, you know what I mean, you could see the crowd.
Everyone was
showed up. People showed up.
Cade lost his voice.
I've
you know?
lost, yeah, as you can hear, it's gone.
Shout out and appreciate you guys for coming through. And we out World Cup 2026. And we done for Sports Spotted tonight. Salute. Cheers, guys.
Ya tú sabes.
Wait, let's take a selfie there. Hold the mics there, guys.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
One more. Spot it. Yeah. This is the one with the Hideout logo in the back there.
Yeah,
Dayne, can you
gotta
squeeze
represent,
it?
gotta
Sorry,
represent.
Wait, let me get there. Oh, out of frame there. And thanks, guys.
Thank you, brother. What an experience, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it, man.
That was good fun.
Is it payday? Got you with no visa, with no money, like a pastor. Oh, we don't need some Jesus, amen. Got it done, good reason. No sleep, all to bump the cheese up. Feel stars, cockiness, confidence, dicks getting used to eating ganja.
I dey keep fighting you through struggle. Are you a friend to me or trouble? Why you dey cheat my failures double? Are you that enemy? Trouble. Celebrating to see me struggle. I done live through that poverty. Through them pain, it was no cup of tea. I done live through mud property. No complaint proves that cup of clean. Wishing me bad, well I'm wishing you well. Wishing you healing while you wishing me hell. How you dey talk, no see my struggle. I dey keep fighting you through struggle. Are you a friend to me or trouble? Why you dey cheat my failures double? Are you that enemy? Trouble. Celebrating to see me struggle. Start fuck your flesh. I made a way, I made a path from out the gravel. So instead, but one too many go to trouble. How you they talk, not see my struggle. I they keep fighting on through struggle.